Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday and welcome to AEC Today Reports. We're so happy that you tuned in this evening. As always, we're excited to share some of the things that are happening in your conference during this time when we're not actually able to come together. Well, in some ways, we are coming together to serve our community. So we're going to talk to one of our churches that's doing that. And we're also going to have one of our pastors share with us something that he is doing to make sure that students that are in his church school are able to attend affordably. So stay tuned for that coming up. And at the end, I'll have a few announcements that I want to make sure you pay close attention to as you enter into the weekend. All right, we'll be right back after this break.
Even though there is so much against us,
you will see me choose to protect myself and my community from the coronavirus by wearing a face covering.
Because it's going to take all of us thinking about one another.
And even with my face covered, you will see me.
You will see me as a mother, a wife, a friend.
As an athlete who gave everything to the game I love.
As a father, leading by example.
As a sister.
An entertainer.
As a champion for my people.
You will see me finding a light in a dark time.
To unlock our creativity and push our craft.
You will see me demanding the space to tell the stories that matter.
As a man who knows that tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Join us in wearing a face covering to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Because covering your face is one small act of kindness that has the power to bring us together.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned into AEC Today Reports. And we're back with another awesome story about how our churches are getting involved in the community. And so we have some special guests that are joining us. We're going to bring them onto the screen at this time. And these are members of our first church. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
All right, so first we have the pastor, Pastor Elisa Reid. How are you doing today?
Doing just great.
Awesome. And so we have two other guests joining us from your church. Will you please introduce those individuals at this time?
Yes, we have with us James Eubanks, who is our community service leader, doing an excellent job. And then we have also Elder, she has sister on there, but she's an elder as well, Elder Leslie Clark, and she is our discipleship leader. And the two of them are working very strong together in the community.
Awesome. Why we're here talking to you, because we're just so proud of our churches and what they're doing for the community. And when we heard about what First Church was doing, we said, oh, we have to talk to them. So for our members who don't know, share with us some of the current projects you all have going on.
Basically, what we're doing right now is serving food to the community. And we also connecting with them in terms of meeting their needs, because there are a lot of people out here that are, going without food and it's basic necessities which they need. So we're trying to fulfill the needs right now by offering them, the food that they need. And, also sharing, some kind words and, spiritual guidance as well along the way. And it's been a huge success because we're connecting with the community, because some individuals, they don't know we're here, so we're making it known that we're here for them, during this time. And then after this pandemic, we're still going to be here in terms of them wanting to come, attend the church and all. So it's a real good experience. And I'm just having a good time, connecting with them as well and speaking to them. And it's really been going well, I must say.
So this is kind of like you guys are doing like a food pantry situation where people come and get food?
Yes. Yeah, and then they look forward to coming, every Tuesday,
okay.
And getting the food that they need. And we're just connecting with the community and letting them know that we're here for them during this time. And we're going to be here after, this pandemic. So, and some individuals, they want to come to church after, when the church opens up again. So yeah, it's a real rewarding experience.
So how many families or individuals would you say you all serve every Tuesday on average?
I would say on an average of 200 or more, at least 200 right now. And the word is getting out. So the word is getting out within the community. So, more and more individuals are coming, to receive, the food that they need. So, which has been a huge blessing.
Okay, and I'm noticing that the community service department is partnering with the discipleship department to make this happen. So, Sister Leslie, tell us what you see as your role in all of this, with interacting with the community in terms of discipleship, building discipleship.
Mm-hmm. So our role is we do assist with the food, but what we try to do is, while giving out the food, we try to give them some spiritual encouragement. So basically what we do, we will give them some books that would help them along their Christian journey. And then those who don't know Christ, we give them information and books that will lead them to salvation. And so while we're putting foods in the bags and we're giving them the physical food, we do whatever we can to meet their spiritual needs. And I will say that because of that, and even in the past when we've done that, I've gotten quite a few Bible studies and baptisms from the community service. And so I would like to mention that. But we will give them what they need to fall in love with Jesus.
Amen. Physical and spiritual. So, Pastor Reid, how does this kind of tie into, the church's mission and what you guys have put out in terms of your goals for the church?
Well, this year we have been talking about walking in the footsteps of Jesus and taking the same role that Jesus did when he was on this earth. And so at the beginning of the year, we did the 40-day fast. For 40 days, we fasted together as a church and we prayed every day together. 3 times a day we would pray, but then on the third time we would come together as a church and would pray. And so that is how we believe that Christ provided for people's physical needs as well as their spiritual needs. He didn't just preach to them, but he provided. So this helps to fulfill the need, the walking in the footsteps of Jesus thing that we had this year. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. And I don't know if I mentioned you guys are in the DC area. Are you able to partner with some others with this effort, or how are you guys organizing what you're doing?
Actually,
we
do
reach out to some of our local community churches. We even had some of the members from First Baptist come and help with the assisting with bagging the food, unloading the truck. We have reached out to some of our sister churches in the area as well. So, and even as far as Baltimore. Right, Pastor? So we try to partnership with anybody that's interested in meeting the needs of our community. Yeah.
Awesome.
We were blessed on last Wednesday to get a 18-wheeler full of frozen foods. And so what we did was contact the churches in our area as well as our other sister churches that were in DC and the DC Metro plus Baltimore area, asked them to come down and to grab some of the food so that they could give it out to their community as well. And I mean, it was a truckload of food. 18-wheeler load of food. But they all came together. We worked together as a team. They unloaded that truck within like 2.5 hours. And then we were able to divvy up the food amongst the different churches that showed up, which was a good amount. And then we were able to give that to the community, which was an awesome blessing. I think Wednesday was the longest line we got. Am I right, Leslie? People coming out and really needing food. And I have to say something just really quick. Eubanks and Elder Clark has been a tremendous blessing. I don't think I would choose any other people to do this program with because they're hard workers. They love the Lord, and you can see it in everything that they do. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's what it takes, a great team, dedicated team. And so what have you all learned from this? Or what is this doing for you all personally, being involved in this type of service during this time?
Well, I would like to say it's been a huge blessing because, even prior for me taking the position that I'm in now, I was also, working with the homeless individuals. So my heart has always been, in terms of helping individuals. So I also want to state that we right across the street from a Boys and Girls Club. So we also been collaborating with them in terms of creating some type of partnership. And once this pandemic is over, we can perhaps, join together in terms of a program in which we can, come together on. So it's been a huge blessing, to be a part of this and helping the community because in this time of need. So it's really been a blessing, and I thank God for it.
Amen. Amen. What about you, Elder Clark?
Yes, I think it's a very humbling experience too. I also spent time working with the homeless and doing soup and salvation and going to the shelter. But it reminds me to be grateful, because it could be you. It could be someone in your family. It could be someone close to you. It always reminds me to thank God for his blessings because it could have been the other way. And so it's a humbling experience. And because I love people and I have a heart for people, it reminds me to treat people just like God would want you to. I try to see people through the eyes of Christ. And when you do that, then you have a heart for God, and then God can use you. And so I love people. I love being around people. And so I try to do whatever I can to make it better for somebody else. But it is a wonderful experience. It is so nice to be out there in the community with people and meeting people of all walks of life, all walks of faith, and sharing what God has done for us. So it's a blessing. It really is. It really is.
Pastor Reid, you've already expressed how proud you are of these team leaders, and what do you hope the church will get out of this experience? It seems like this isn't a temporary situation. This is a long-term commitment to the community. What are you hoping the DC area learns about First Church?
Well, I'm hoping that they will see, we had always been in the community. Our discipleship team had every fifth Sabbath, we were out in the field. That was the Sabbath. We didn't stay in the church. We were only in this church for maybe less than an hour or so. And then we would go right out into the community. And so, but our community had changed so much, it had become gentrified. So we weren't really sure who was really in need. We decided to go ahead and do this anyway, because you just never know. And it showed us that our church, our community is still in need, even though there were many who were not in need. So that was a blessing. And so I'm finding that it's going to be a great benefit for our church, because even those who don't take come by and they say, oh, what a blessing. I can't believe that you guys are doing this for the community. So they don't see the need, but they see that there are some in our community that do have the need. And so they are glad to see a church that has taken the initiative to go ahead and try to reach that need. So that's been a blessing to be able to touch those that we weren't able to touch. As much as we would knock on their doors and invite them and whatever, now they're seeing not just us coming to them, but we're actually providing the needs for their people in their community. So that's been a tremendous blessing to watch them even accept that.
Awesome. Well, once again, we just want to applaud all of you for your efforts. We appreciate you representing your conference well by being out there in the community and, doing what we feel as Christians we should do best, and that's serving others. So thank you all for your dedication to this. And I'm glad to hear that you've always been doing it and you don't plan to stop. So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for having us. And anything we can do to even benefit the conference or anything, let us know, because we believe we're a team, that we're working together as a church family, as a conference family, to hurry up and get this work done. Because I don't know about you, but the things that are taking place, I'm really tired and I'm ready to go to heaven.
Oh, yes.
If we can, anything we can come together and work together, we're here to do our part.
Amen. Thank you so much. And thanks again for coming to share with us.
Thank you.
Okay. And we'll be right back after this short break.
Myth. If you get COVID-19, you'll recover after a few days. That myth is false. We're only just beginning to understand the effects of COVID-19 on the human body, as we're starting to see more and more people identifying as long haulers who are having symptoms for weeks, if not months, after their initial infection. Continue to wear a mask, socially distance, and wash your hands. Together, we can keep COVID out of school.
For ways to keep your community safe, go to backtoschooltogether.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AEC Today Reports. We're excited, as always, to share some of the wonderful things that are happening throughout our conference. And one of the things we know about Allegheny East is that we place a high importance on Adventist Christian education. And so my guest today is going to talk about what he's doing in his church to promote it. And so at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Gary Banks. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and extremely grateful.
Amen. And for those who don't know, he pastors our Ephesus Church in Richmond, Virginia. Is that right?
That's correct.
So how are things going there for the church? How are you all coping with what COVID has done to the way we worship?
Yeah, we did have a few cases of coronavirus, but nothing fatal. So we're thankful to God for that. And we are continuing in our ministry. Our church is closed for worship, but the church building is closed for worship, right, but the church is not closed. We have a very strong food distribution program, and coupled with that, we added voter registration. Nice. And we were helping people with the census, and we also became a center for COVID testing.
Oh, awesome. That's great. Okay, so Ephesus is not slowing down at all, not missing a beat. Now, Ephesus has always been an active church, so that doesn't really surprise me. Now, one of the things about Ephesus is that you all have a school attached to you all. Is that correct? Ephesus Junior Academy? That's right.
Yes. UJA is here to stay.
I love the spirit there. And so you had a bright idea to kind of help with, helping our students be able to afford Adventist Christian education. We know it's not always the most easy thing for people to do, especially during a time like this. And so what was that idea that you had to raise money for students?
Well, I launched a T-shirt initiative, actually,
okay,
where I'm putting civil rights history lessons on a T-shirt. Okay. And making them available to the larger community. And what I've committed to do is that 100% of all the profits goes toward scholarships for our school.
Awesome. See, not just 20%, 30%, 80%, mm-hmm. All of the profits go to this. And so let's show them what the shirts look like. Now, this is the first design. That means you're going to have more.
Yes.
Okay, so just in case you can't make that figure, that's John Lewis. And why did you want to start off with him? What was the significance there?
Wow, I was hoping you didn't ask me that, but I will answer. And I'll tell you why. I'm a late starter when it comes to a lot of the lesser known Black history or civil rights history figures. I started getting into Black history when I went to the seminary. So I was a grown man and married, and I read Malcolm X's book for the first time in 1991. And then I just started gobbling up as much as I could. And, I didn't know as much about the Black Wall Street until here recently, within the last 5 years. And the movie Selma really brought John Lewis to the forefront.
Yes.
And I was just inspired by the whole bridge concept, and in hopes that we would rename the Edmund Pettus Bridge to the John Lewis Bridge.
Yeah, that would be nice. Now, what does the shirt say? I'm challenging you. What does the shirt say underneath his name?
So it's a quote. It's a quote from John Lewis about his experience on the bridge. He said, "I was bloody, I was beaten, but I never felt," I'm paraphrasing really, I never felt the way about it. I never lost my head. And so he's just talking about his state of mind, even while being beaten. And we put it on the t-shirt.
Sounds good. I mean, that good trouble. We've been hearing a lot about that good trouble. So this is great to kind of emphasize. I like that it's not, even though it's for an educational purpose, and even in the fundraiser, you're educating others, and it gives those who wear it an opportunity to educate those who may not be familiar with John Lewis or wonder, where that quote came from and why he wrote it. So this is a great opportunity. So of course people are saying, yes, I'm trying to get my t-shirt game up. I want to support Black history right now. Where can people go to purchase these shirts?
Okay, well, I'm new to the game, as you say, but I did launch a Shopify account, gbs-tees.myshopify.com. Right. I'm still learning how to manage all of this, but I'm committed to, learning how to make sure people find the website and putting this out here, because I really believe in Christian education, being a product of Christian education myself.
Okay, I was going to ask you, why was it so important for you to take this type of initiative? I mean, you're even admitting it's something that's new to you, but you're willing to do it. What's motivating you?
Yeah, again, my family, my wife and I, both products of Christian education, our 3 children, products of Christian education. And we just love what it offers, and even how it helped in developing our own children.
That's right. All right, everybody, you heard it. These are the GB's Tees, and I put the email address there. Also, for you to be able to reach out. Maybe you're someone who's good at this thing and you can help Dr. Banks take it to the next level. Reach out to him at that email address so we can continue to educate, give other children the opportunity to be educated, not just in a Christian school, but Adventist Christian education. There's just something a little special about it, especially within AEC. We just got to say it. So we really appreciate the fact that you have taken this on as a novice, and we know God's going to bless it. As you learn, we know it will continue to grow. And I'm just going to share it one more time for those who may have missed the design a little earlier. These are what the first t-shirts look like. You can either get it in black or white. And there's that quote from John Lewis there. All right, everybody, you know what to do. At AEC, we support things, especially when it is dealing with education for our children. Dr. Banks, I just have to say thank you for your vision in this way. And I'm hoping that it will be profitable and that everyone listening will take advantage of this. I have to order mine. Whenever I promote things like this, I have to tell myself I have to set an example. So look for my order very soon.
Thank you so much. All
right. And thank you for your dedication to Ephesus Junior Academy. Woo-hoo!
My pleasure.
All right. And stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back after this break.
The Bible tells us in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land." If there were ever a time that we needed to come together in prayer, it is now. Therefore, our president, Elder Henry Fordham, is calling on you to join us as we band together in prayer. Pray corporately with us every day at 12 p.m. and in addition, 3 times a day. We believe that God will honor the faithfulness of His people as we band together in prayer. Please pray with us and watch God move.
All right, everyone. We are back, and I have a few announcements for you before we end. There are a couple of events I wanted to make sure you're aware of so that you can participate in them. One is something that's very special. Most of us are familiar with Pastor Whitley Phipps, and he has a very special opportunity coming up. You may have seen this. This is a gala that happens every year, the Junior Academy. And this year, due to COVID, of course, it will be virtual. So this is your opportunity to attend for free. And you see the special guests that will be there. We have General Colin Powell and his wife. We have President Terry Ford, who works with Adventist Health. And we have some other special guests. And the wonderful thing about this is there's also going to be a free concert giveaway. So if your church is looking for some special programming, and you want to have Whitley Phipps as your guest concert, you have the opportunity by attending this gala to win a chance for him to do a live concert. So you see right there, this is happening October the 19th, coming up very soon. And if you want to register to be a part of this virtual gala, you go right there to www.usdreamacademy.org. So we wanted to make sure that you knew about this and that you could participate, or make sure your church is aware as well. Also, after this episode ends, you'll see a little video telling you a little bit more about it. And the other thing, I know you're hearing it everywhere, but we have to share it as well. We hope that you are making a plan to vote. Some of you have voted early. Some of you have turned in your ballots. That's wonderful. Make sure you're encouraging someone else, maybe who has not done it yet, to vote. It's so important that we use this opportunity to let our voices and our choices be known. So make sure you vote. Don't wait until November the 2nd to figure out what you're going to do. Plan now and execute. It's so, so important. So we thank you once again for tuning in. Don't forget to check out those t-shirts from Dr. Banks so we can continue to support Adventist Christian education for Ephesus Junior Academy. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you spread the word so more students can learn of him. Well, we hope you have a great weekend. Here are some things that are going to be coming up that will follow this broadcast, but we want to make sure above all that you're being safe out there, that you're wearing your mask, you're practicing social distancing, and you're doing everything that you need to do to make sure that you stay safe during this time. So as always, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. After all, the more you watch, the more you know. We'll see you next time.
On October the 19th at 6 p.m., you have been invited to a special broadcast event, Accelerate Dreams, a live cast gala sponsored by Amway and the U.S. Dream Academy. During this night of inspiration and music, you will hear from General Colin Powell and his wife Alma, Miss Alice Marie Johnson, President Terry Ford, Whitley Phipps, the Tacoma Academy Choir, and you don't want to miss our amazing Dream Kids. For more than 20 years, the Dream Academy has been providing hope and inspiration to children of incarcerated parents and children falling behind in school. During the event, there will be an exciting concert giveaway. The individual who attends and invites the most people who register and attend will be awarded a free concert by Whitley Phipps in 2021 at the church or organization of their choice. The winner will be announced and contacted on October the 23rd. Invite your friends and family to the 19th Annual U.S. Dream Academy Power of a Dream Virtual Livecast Gala. To register yourself and your friends for the gala and the free concert giveaway, just go to www.usdreamacademy.org or call 1-800-US-DREAM.